You always follow your dreams. You can always succeed at something. Even if it's going badly, you can always succeed. So just because you might be in a hostel, you might be on the street, or you might have a rough life, don't let it get you down. There's always a positive somewhere. Everyone has got something to offer. You know what I mean?
Just 3 years ago, Nathan Bowen was a teenager living in a Brighton foyer, a hostel for young people who would otherwise be living on the streets. Within 12 months, he had captained his country on the football field and found himself a place to live and a full-time job. Nathan's story of how football changed his world is just one of thousands told by participants of the Homeless World Cup.
So it's amazing. It's like captain your country, like go to Copenhagen. It was fantastic. It's such a good feeling. They played the national anthem as well, and even before that, they had a ceremony, like a festival, dances, music, cameras everywhere on the news. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, so you don't forget things like that.
The Homeless World Cup was formed in 2003, and since then it has helped over 40,000 players just like Nathan turn their lives around. Research from the tournament shows that 7 out of 10 participants experience a positive life change. They come off drugs and alcohol, move into jobs or education, find homes and reunite with families. Glasgow's David Duke played at the 2004 tournament and is one of this 70%. But when we met, I found out that behind these statistics are real people with real stories to tell.
I'd kind of fell in hard times after my dad passed away and stuff, couldn't really deal with it, so I was using drink as a crutch, and as a result found myself living in a homeless project for young people. And then just being in there, I got involved in the Homeless World Cup, went into the trials, got selected. So I cut down the drinking stuff and just started training a bit more. Went over to the tournament, enjoyed it, it was great, met loads of fantastic people and fell in love with the event because I seen the good it was doing for everybody involved, not just myself, but people with real problems.
Some of them no shoes, no clothes, no money, no job, war going on in their countries. It's not safe, and they still manage to get a team together and fly over to Copenhagen somehow. And I was like, well, that's got to be inspiration, because if they can do that, then we can do whatever. We can do anything we want.
Inspired by their experiences at the Homeless World Cup, Nathan and David qualified as football coaches on their return to the UK, and now they both work within the game. Nathan works in the health department and coaches youngsters at Brighton and Hove Albion, whilst David has become a budding social entrepreneur. He qualified in community development and worked at the Big Issue magazine before setting up a project that now helps over 500 homeless or disadvantaged young men every week. And once again, football is the vehicle.
I set up Street Soccer Scotland, which is a social enterprise, at the start of last year. We use football as a kind of cure during the day, but at night time we use it as prevention. So we, for example, do stuff on a Saturday night, focusing 12 to 18 year olds from an area that's got high crime rates on Saturday nights, high levels of underage drinking. So we use that as a wee tool to prevent guys going down that line.
Street Soccer Scotland now provide the country's squad for the Homeless World Cup, and David has been managing them since 2007 when his team lifted the trophy. It's 6 years since David's first Homeless World Cup experience, but he still retains all of his enthusiasm for this festival of football.
It's a big family, an international family, combined with a carnival atmosphere. First game's brilliant, see just that way the guys get their national anthems and all that, and you see them all line up, and it inspires me, do you know what I mean, just to see the kind of reaction that you get from them and the pride that they feel, and that kind of inspires you to keep doing more and try to roll it on.
The inspiration rolls on further in Rio de Janeiro this weekend as the 8th Homeless World Cup reaches its climax. The crowds that have gathered to watch the action on Copacabana Beach tell of another successful tournament, but the event's true success is not measured on the field of play. Mel Young is the founder of the Homeless World Cup, and he told me that the real value lies in the hundreds of homeless projects developed across the globe through money raised by the organisation.
You see, for us the annual event is the kind of celebration of everything that's happened all the year round, but the other 51 weeks of the year, the hard graft's being done, and as long as it makes an impact, we keep doing it. The critical thing is, it's got to make the impact. If it wasn't making a difference to people, I would stop. But football is the most powerful vehicle to do this. It's so powerful, simple, easy to understand. People can get involved at any level, and that's what's so beautiful about it.
With so many bad news stories surrounding football these days, we could be forgiven for forgetting what a powerful force for good the game can be. Football really can change the world, and the Homeless World Cup demonstrates this better than anything.